I'm gonna give y'all some time to come in. Give y'all a second to come on in. I'm cooking right now, so this is gonna have to happen while I'm cooking. You know what I mean? But we can still get it done. And this is, of course, just for the hell of it.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
All right. So welcome to the Shame TV East Watch. I am your host. You know who it is. Today we're going to have a quick little conversation. A short, quick little conversation about Sarnetta being caught with an agent again. Now, it's not the first time Frank has been exposed as an agent. He exposed himself one night openly on his own live stream, doing videos alleging that he's calling the police. And he's actually called the police right on the live stream, telling the police that he was in fear of his daughter or whatever people coming to harm his child, while he was on the telephone with the police on a live stream, narrowing down his address to a 2-block radius. So we already know what type of filth and what type of fuckery you dealing with when you're dealing with that fucking jackass. But anyhow, the reason I'm doing this stream is because it's come to light that in the last few days or weeks, actually, that codename Lacquer Black, an agent has been exposed. Now, I don't know if this person is actually an agent, like getting paid to be one, but everything that's set up about this individual's life seems agenty. This person is living with a group of Europeans, allegedly. No one knows who these people are, what they're about, etc., etc. But allegedly she's living with them. Then we're dealing with the fact that this person goes on social media and claims to be about black people, pro-black, etc., etc. But yet everything she posts is negative. Everything she posts is some sort of vitriol and hate-driven post. If you go on Facebook, if she's even on Facebook anymore, I think Facebook has gotten tired of her shit. You would see that every post, just look down her posts, like everything she's ever posted has been nothing but negativity and evil. Everything she's posted has never been anything except bullying, shaming attempts, anything that she can pull out to call herself bashing someone or putting them in their place, as it's called. She's definitely a feminist to her heart, though she would deny it publicly, but she's a feminist, and she's mainly a feminist now that I know for sure is because she's a lesbian, and most lesbians are feminists. And I'm not saying that's a conclusive thing. I'm just saying that in my opinion, as a man, a grown man, when I look out in the world and what I observe, most lesbians are female lesbians tend to lean towards the feminist side. And so that is definitely what codename Lacquer Black is. But her whole life is very confusing. It's very agenty, if you ask me. You know how most agents come out and they present themselves as being one thing? What up, people? I mean, I'm not even looking at the chat like that, y'all. I'm sorry, because I'm cooking. Triple CZ's X, chilling. What's up, people? D Prince in the building. So most agents, when they come out, they are presenting themselves as something else, which they have to because they can't come out and say they're an agent. So they have to present to be one thing to hide the fact that they're not that thing. And the thing that she presents is to be pro-black and about black people, and that's only to hide the fact that she could care less about any of that shit. Like the struggle, what's going on, any of that. There's nothing. You know what I mean? She doesn't give a fuck about any of that shit. If you look at her posts on social media, you can tell that she gives no fucks about none of that. Like when you see that people post on social media, there's generally positive things and there's negative things, okay? Because there's a balance, meaning, you're going to find some things that are uplifting and motivational and things that we should be doing and things that you see people doing that you want to salute them for, etc. Then you're going to find things that you deem are fuckery and things that you deem are what's going on, things that you deem are inappropriate for the people, things that you deem are contradictory to what someone's saying, their stance, things that you see and you may deem are detrimental to the people and how we're looking. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you are what you are. You know what I'm saying? And your whole life tends to present itself as agenty. Like once we start discovering agents, what do we find out? The first thing we find out when we're dealing with pro-black agents is what? That they come out spouting to be pro-black, and then they're generally what? Surrounding themselves with Europeans. Just like her. You're living with them. You grew up with them. Your whole life was with them. You know what I'm saying? Everything about you is with them. There's nothing you can say. This person went to Sonetta not just to try to, because you were angry. You went to Sonetta with someone's personal public information. Private information, personal information. You went to Sonetta with someone's telephone number in order for him to do exactly what agents do, because that's definitely what he is. Whether he's a paid one or he's just one like the rest of them, don't even realize that you're an agent. But he's definitely one of them. You go to him and you start giving out people's phone numbers and addresses, etc. Nothing but agents do that shit. You spend your time on social media calling every single male that you encounter at some point, because this person is the type of person that you're not going to agree on everything, so eventually you're going to knock heads with this person. And what she does is she spouts out her position, and anything you can agree with her 99% of it. That 1% that you don't agree with, that individual is then going to turn that into you being some sort of weak-minded individual. Always the same claim, that projection, always the same thing. You're weak, you're beta, you're gay, you're this. And when you break it down and look at this individual's life, that's everything that you are. You're weak. You're weak-minded. You're definitely beta. You're definitely beta. And on top of all of it, you're gay. Let's just talk about that for a second. Sonetta teaming up with homosexuals to plot against people and put out their private information like their phone numbers and addresses and shit. Sonetta, again, ain't you like 60, nigga? God damn, yo. Ain't you like 60, bro? This nigga's like 60, dogs. And this nigga's helping, he's teaming up with secret closet lesbians and homosexuals and people, because this person is a full-blown homosexual. And when I'm talking about codename Lacquer Black, I'm telling you, full-blown, 100%, this individual is gay. Now, not only does this individual indulge in homosexual acts with other women, this woman also indulges in homosexual acts with homosexual men. So as far as that goes, you're gay all the way around the board. But you're running around calling other people feminine and gay in hope that they're gay so that you can fist them. I don't know what the fuck you're trying to do, but Just save that shit from over here. But anyway, Sinetta, what are you doing, Mr. Pillar of the community, Mr. Black Power Conscious himself? Why are you running around with homosexuals plotting against people just because somebody do videos about you and they don't like the things that you do and the content that you put out in the way that you fucking snake people, which is basically true. And everybody who's been a fraud, from Pharaoh to Polite to everyone who's been exposed to being one Inky, everyone had their start and their platform began being noticed with you. Everyone. So what are you doing, man? But I just wanted to talk about that for a few seconds, guys. Like, is there a connection here? Is there an agent connection going on here? Because it seems like that may be the case here. Because codename Lacquer Black, that seems like a code name. You know, when you start to think about it, that seems like her code name. And maybe the white people she's living with, maybe she's not in a bad situation. Maybe she's supposed to portray that whilst gathering information and infiltrating the community. You know she messes with big wigs on YouTube like Israel Doctrine. Like Israel Izzy Doctrine. So like when you start rubbing shoulders with big wigs like Israel Doctrine, then people have to keep their eye on you. And yes, that is sarcasm, yo. Fucking Israel Doctrine. You mad because I was talking about Israel Doctrine? Who the fuck gives two left nuts about Israel Doctrine? Really, dog? Look down this nigga's fucking page, yo. Who cares about Israel Doctrine, yo? Israel Doctrine is another YouTube dinosaur, man. He's no different than Sinetta and the rest of them niggas, man. He been on YouTube for eons and there's nothing else to talk about. Nothing else to do, yo. He's the whatever shine and progression he had has come and gone. And it's the same thing with a lot of these dudes, man. From the McShitty Cuz to the world. That's you, Kev. McShitty Cuz. All these motherfuckers, man, it's just the same old bullshit ass niggas, man, on fucking YouTube, man. All of them agents. But specifically, we dealing with Lacquer Black, because Lacquer Black is blackety black, 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 black. Okay? Like, this nigga is black, more black power than Sekhmet and the rest of them combined, dogs. If you listen to this motherfucker. But when you start putting two and two together and you start looking at this individual's life and you start saying, wait a minute, man, something ain't right here. You have to come to the conclusion, dog, that something's not right here, dog. Like, how the fuck did you grow up around all these white people and you literally said that you learned how to even interact and talk? Now, listen to this. This person said, codename Lacquer Black, said that this agent said that she learned how to talk and speak with slang from listening to rap music. Isn't that what the agents do? Tell me, am I wrong here? Do the agents not listen to rap music and then mimic it and then try to infiltrate it with their agents? Am I wrong? Am I making this shit up? Everybody out here could go to YouTube right now, dog. Listen, what up, Suey? Hey, yo, everybody could go and listen on YouTube right now and find a million videos, my nigga, where agents, former FBI, former COINTELPRO, whoever the fuck, are telling you one of the ways that we infiltrate the black community is through hip hop. We listen for hours to the music, trying to get an understanding of the language so that then we can infiltrate the community. So basically, codename Lacquer Black, that agent. What up, side nigga? That codename Lacquer Black, that agent, all right? That fucking agent sat around listening to hip hop music so that she could then portray herself as woke and in the community and start blending into different people's pages. All the while now, still holding position of denigrate the black man, denigrate the black man, denigrate the black man at every turn. Peace. At every turn. Because that's what she does. Follow her track record. All she does is talk shit about black men. We either weak or we're gay. We're gay and we're weak, or weak and gay. That's it. That's it. So I'm thinking, man, when we start looking down the list of who's an agent, we start saying, okay, how did this person come about to be in the community and be and ingratiate themselves in the struggle with the people trying to move forward, producing content on YouTube in whatever fashion that you choose to do so. All right. We start looking at these people, looking where they're from. You got some people who from the South and from the country. You got some people from the city. You got some people from everywhere. But when you start examining agents, you start to see that agents have no fucking dealings with the people. This nigga grew up with no fucking dealings with black people. None whatsoever. She even admitted and said the only reason she even knows about Black Power struggle, even knows how to even talk to black people, is because she sat around and listened to rap music for years to learn how to come amongst the people. That's some agenty shit, Sarnetta. The fuck you doing dealing with that? So this agent sat around for years listening to hip hop so that she can then ingratiate herself with different pages and platforms all over YouTube. All right? Talking shit like she's about to struggle, subbing to your page, liking your videos, all of that shit. But the whole time, everything that positive that you speak against, this agent is out in the forefront fighting against. She's out in the forefront fighting against this shit, y'all. That's some agent shit. Code name Lacquer Black. She didn't come in with her real name. She came in code name Lacquer Black. Let me get something black. Queen Goddess Black Lacquer. That's how she came in, code name. All the while, let's bring some other things into perspective now. Some other information that's come out. Let's start bringing everything into perspective. Can't we? Can we do that, guys? Let's do that. Let's bring everything into perspective with this agent. Okay. This agent has been exposed to being, let's use the word promiscuous, but we're going to say extremely promiscuous. Okay? So, this extremely promiscuous ADOS child is living amongst nothing but non-ADOS people. Okay? So much that this individual has to listen to rap music to even be able to talk to us. Okay? So that means you ain't around no niggas except maybe when your family don't feel bougie enough and hoity-toity enough to go to a family reunion or a cookout and take you there so you can see your people. All right? So this extremely promiscuous ADOS child who is living amongst nothing but non-ADOS, and she's extremely promiscuous. Who was your first? Who was your first? I guarantee you his name was Zach. Brady. A Zach Brady. You know, that was your first line. Yo, this agent has been taking Pink Pecker from the time she's been taking it. Chad Morris. This agent that saw Netta, okay, this agent, she should have triple C. She should have know better. Okay? This agent that saw Netta put on his platform and used information has been taking Pink Pecker for years. Marshall Mathers. She a huge Eminem fan. Hey, yo, nigga, she's a huge Eminem fan, yo. She's like, yo, fuck Machine Gun Kelly. So, Sarnetta, man, what are you doing with an agent? Everything about this person's background, everything about this whole individual does nothing but spew nothing but agent. That's all I see. That's all I hear. That's all I see. That's all I smell. You come out and you pretend to be about black people and you don't know shit about black people. You even learn how to talk around black people and be around us from listening to rap music. Nigga, that's what all the white kids say. What are you talking about? That's what all the white kids say. So basically, now that I'm looking at you, who sent you? And the fact that at this very moment, you live with Europeans. You live with them. At this, while we doing this live stream, nigga. While we're doing this fucking live stream, you live with Europeans. Is that a bad thing? On Shame TV, let me show you how Shame TV works for anybody who's new. Shame TV only goes after people who make these lofty, hoity-toity claims. When people let's give you an example. When people come out and say they're the most sought after this, that, and the third, and they're celibate, and they're this and they're that. Shame TV doesn't believe that shit. You get it? We come after you and the shit you say. Shame TV doesn't believe... Shame TV doesn't believe in allowing people to come out and say, this is my logo, this is my logo, this is my logo, when the logo, the catchphrase, the everything about it was completely stolen from a children's charity organization. Like, Shame TV doesn't allow shit like that. Okay? So Shame TV doesn't allow you to come out and say shit like, I'm the face of child molestation, when you are basically at worst a bisexual because you admitted to willingly having sex with men in return for gifts and favors and etc. Shame TV doesn't allow shit like that. We'll do videos about that. Shame TV doesn't allow you to pretend that you are a YouTube content creator and whilst living in California doing 9-hour live streams about Nipsey Hussle conspiracy theories, talking about you again, Kev, and at the same fucking time, let's listen to this, doing all these Nipsey Hussle conspiracy videos, this and the third, blaming Rizza Islam, even throwing him in the fray, okay? Just to get some sort of traction on that man's death. And when it's brought up that you live in California by the show brought up that you live in California, nigga, and why you ain't never out there, why your name ain't on Nipsey wall, why your name ain't none of that shit. How the fuck is you doing all these live streams about Nipsey Hussle trying to get AdSense money from YouTube to your account, but you can't even go out there and sign the man wall? You want to know why you can't? Because you live in a bubble. I've been telling you motherfuckers, Shame TV does videos about bubble niggas like that. Niggas who live in a bubble. Niggas who have never been seen outside of their home. Mind you, streaming from someone else's house using someone else's Wi-Fi. Can I get a shame? Shame. So that's what we do here. Okay? I don't make hoity-toity claims about myself, especially ones that I can't back up. All right? So Lacquer Black is an agent. Everything about this individual screams agent. Everything about this individual's life says agent. Everything that this individual does says agent. This individual does not uplift black people in any way, shape, form, or fashion. And why would she? She don't know anything about black people except through Scarface and Ghetto Boys records. If it wasn't for motherfucking Willie D and the Ghetto Boys and shit, this motherfucker wouldn't even know how to. Okay, this motherfucker put my change over there. Or did you use the card? Okay. This motherfucker wouldn't even know how to speak to black people. Thank you, Willie D, for at least that, for educating this nigga to at least be able to come around and talk to black people and act. And then she pops off like she got all types of attitude and this, that, and the third. Like, man, shut up, man. You wasn't doing that shit in front of Zach. You wasn't doing that shit in front of Marshall. You wasn't doing that shit in front of Bradley. You weren't doing that shit in front of Chad and the rest of them. You wasn't doing none of that shit to them. Don't come over here to my people with your agent ass, living on white people's couch, living with them, and then talking shit about them in public, like calling them the beast and all of that bullshit. And the whole while you living with them. Like, how they the beast, nigga, and they providing you with somewhere to live? Or are they providing you with somewhere to live because they're your handlers? That's very interesting. Cody. Lacquer Black's first love is a European man named Cody. The first time she ever pulled them funky ass drawers down was for a fucking pimple-faced redhead white boy named William Pennington the third. And when William's father found out he had a mullet, and when that nigga found out, he said, "What are you doing around that nigger bitch?" That's when she started listening to rap music and shit. She said, "Fuck this, yo. I'm too black to pretend like I'm white. They won't let me by. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to get this Ghetto Boys tape. I'm going to listen to my nigga Willie D, nigga and Scarface, you know what I'm saying? And I'm going to fucking turn into a whole black person." And in the midst of doing that, YouTube started popping, social media picked up, and the internet picked up, and then now look at her. She's a whole new person. I am Lacquer Black, and I troll about the truth. And the whole while, bitch, you lying about yourself. And the crazy part is you ain't even have to lie about yourself, man. You could have stuck it to what people stick it to. Yo, when people doing fraudulent shit, yo, it's just like reporting the news. You got a right to say something about that shit. You know what I mean? But at the same time, nigga, you run around talking shit, making allegations, calling people gay, then the whole time, nigga, you doing the same shit. Like, yo, you a fucking, I don't even care, man, that somebody, that especially women, I don't care about no fucking lesbians. Like, who cares about that, nigga? I actually like that shit. But at the same time, nigga, why is you running around fucking saying that you're not something that you are? Like, that's the part that gets me. That's the part that I say, yo, you're full of shit. And for that, and entering my name in it, talking shit about how you was talking shit to me in my chat. Imagine that, nigga. Imagine me letting your black funky ass come over here and say anything about me in my chat. Just imagine that shit. For you even saying that shit, I had to get you. But I had to talk to the people tonight, man. I had to see what was going on. And I think right now, man, Sonetta, you look just as much as an agent as the rest of them because she's a clear agent. And what are you doing dealing with her? Shame TV East Watch.